Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here, and now, before we do start, let us give a brief little review. In the last part, a number of things have happened. We had Deku. We also had his crew. Now, Deku's decided to get the band back together. It's been a little over 2 years since everybody broke up. Deku stayed at Amazon Lily after he had to bury Ava, and he learned Boa Hancock was pregnant with his daughter. Now, Rayleigh came to the island to train Deku. He heard about Whitebeard, and he heard how Deku tried to face off against the threats. And, well, Deku needed a place to hide. And he already heard about how a few things happened. So, he thought that Deku might try to head to a place that would be very easy for him to hide. Maybe somewhere where people wouldn't think he would be. Maybe a place where it was close to where he escaped from prison. It was definitely strange that he was there. And the fact of the matter was, he had a ship. Definitely an odd one, too. So, the man put the pieces together. Deku was sailing on a Kuja vessel. It may have been modified a bit and not have the serpents on it, but it was still a Kuja ship. The man, he knows plenty about that. Now, Rayleigh's arrived on the island shortly after and trained Deku to use his hockey better. And Deku, he was quite happy about a few things. He lost two families in his lifetime. He's lost both of his parents, biologically, and the Mafia. And Ava. They taught him everything he knew about being an assassin. And he lost her and them on the battlefield. But now he has a daughter. Now he has Boa. And this certainly is quite intriguing. But now he wants to try and find his friends, and continue his mission. But this time, not for revenge. He wants to put down All For One because the man is an incredible threat to everyone. If All For One knows he has a daughter, the man will come after her and try and kill her. Probably kill him still. He possesses the Pika no Mi, a fruit that man has been desperately trying to find for a long time. Now, with all that being said, Deku found Momo in Japan, and currently they are trying to find Deku's swordsman, Bakugo Katsuki. And there's really only one place Deku can think Bakugo would be, and that would be on Jaya, the island they've headed to before, where Bakugo, he's made a name for himself being someone who hunts down pirates. Now, Deku, he currently does sail towards Jaya. As we do actually have Bakugo, he himself is doing quite a few things. Now, currently Deku, it's been about, let's say, around a month, and they finally do to pull into port on Jaya, where Deku, he's gonna walk off the boat with Momo as it's a turn. Him stepping down the ramp, and people do so watch on. Him turning and telling Lillian to gut anybody who tries to come onto the boat. And make sure to use her, well, giant form. Yeah, I will. I'll make sure no one gets on. Good. Listen, we'll continue training more, okay? I'll teach you more about fighting. For now, though, these guys shouldn't be a problem. And I turn and start walking, and Momo actually won't stay on Deku's right. As Deku, he's gonna walk past a few people, and they do something to turn and watch Deku. $350 million just walked right past them, along with a cute chick. So there is that, and there's that boat. I'm gonna turn. And someone stared at it. It's quite alarming to him. To all of them. I mean, it's sorta weird. Now, currently we do actually have at the bar, where Deku, he is to walk into the room, and everyone is at turn. As Deku does make his long-awaited return. Him going to actually walk over and sit down. Him going to actually tell the bartender about what he does want to drink. And the man, he does understand. Him going to pour some rum and set down the bottle. As right now Deku does want to turn and start looking around the room. People still staring at him and some do to look away. The guy's bounty doubled. Shot up more than that. And that was definitely quite alarming. So, Why? How? Where the hell has he been for the last 2 years? Hiding? I mean, the guy looks a little different, and, well, he looks a little bigger than some of them remember. Now, currently Deku is going to turn and grab his glass. Him going to down it, and actually still going to try and think. As he's going to turn and tell Bellamy that he should probably get out from behind the fish man, because he just want to ask him some questions about Doflamingo and exactly where the man might be. And currently Bellamy doesn't going to turn. Him going to actually try and make an attempt to walk out the door. I'm going to stand up as Deku does currently just want blitz Bellamy. Him going to actually reappear right in front of him as the guy someone bring up his hands. And Deku, he's going to tell him, going to step forwards and pushing Bellamy back down into his seat. That maybe he didn't make himself quite clear. Deku going to bring up his hand and tell the man he wants to know about Doflamingo. And if he does have any information as to where he might be, it certainly will be fun. Nice to know. Listen, man, I just work for the guy. Dressrosa. Dressrosa. Yeah, he took over a kingdom. That's all I know. I stopped working for him a long time ago. You're not gonna kill me, are you? No. Though, that is still to be determined. You just gotta keep telling me what I want to know, and you continue to live. You got that, Bellamy? Yeah, I do. Do you mind if I, grab my drink? By all means. Though if you do try and shoot me, I will throw you out of the bar window. Right. Now, let me just a turn, grabbing his drink and going to pick it up. I'm going to down the whole thing, as Deku hears I tell Bellamy. He wants to know everything the man knows, and that, sadly, is only a limited amount of knowledge. Now, Deku does get some information. Dressrosa happens to be in the New World, and that certainly is not fun. The guy, he's going to give Deku a bit of a problem, especially because Deku, he wanted to know a few more things. Apparently, this is a kingdom in the New World, or somewhere across the fucking place, that he needs to find. Look on a map and maybe figure out where it is. From what he doesn't understand, it's pretty far away, and there are very limited options to get there. So, he'll need to figure that out, head there, and then go somewhere else. Though he does need to gather his crew first. Gather them up, find them, and hey, maybe things will be okay. I mean, there is that. The option's there. And currently Deku, he's at least asked Bellamy a few things, since he does want to stay on the island for a second to try and find his friend. The guy will have to pop up sooner or later. And Bellamy, he does want to understand, as Deku is to make his way to the hotel. Now, with that being said, we do currently have Bakugo Katsuki. Bakugo, he currently does somewhat pull his boat to a stop. Him getting up on the island of G2, a Marineford base. Now, some people do go to run up, and currently Bakugo, he has to pull a man, drag out of the boat, and throw him onto the ground. I'm going to step off, and actually so I'm going to bend down, grabbing the guy, and I'm going to drag him into the headquarters. And a few people do go to see the Silent Swordsman. Him stepping into the room with his mask on. I'm going to toss the man down to the ground as the guy's still going to lay there. Bakugo going to look up as he's going to bring his hand down, going into his jacket, pulling out a bounty poster, and bending down, grabbing the guy by the back of his head and pulling him up. Him holding out the bounty and showing that this is the same guy. And currently Bakugo just throw the man's head to the ground. I'm going to stand back up and step forwards, bring up the bounty and tapping on the number there, since he brought the guy in alive. Now, currently the Marines, they just won't stand there. And the captain here, he does at least inform Bakugo about how he's done some pretty good work for them. Though, if he did want to get some better money, they could, well, continue to work with him, send him after somebody else, give him another bounty. I mean, there's a lot of people out there who he can go after. The Silent Citizen's built quite a bit of a reputation. And Bakugo, he has even heard about a few suggestions. They want him to hunt down Mina Ashido, a girl with a poison fruit. The government wants Magellan's devil fruit ability back. It's worth quite a lot to them. And that does say quite a bit of things. They want the fruit back before she learns how to use its power properly, since it is quite dangerous. Now, Bakugo, he has to turn and walk away, heading back down to his boat. Now, currently Bakugo, he does actually someone step inside and gonna pull the boat into reverse. Him gonna back out and spin the boat around, driving out to sea. As currently Bakugo, he has to sit there. Him going to increase the speed of the boat, as currently there's a few things on his mind. He's been out to sea for a long time. He's been hunting and hunting and hunting. And it's definitely been getting a bit repetitive. No. He's gotten a lot better. He knows that for a fact. He's stronger now. But it does still annoy him. He's thought about trying to find anyone else. He heard about Kirishima, but he doesn't know how true that is. He thought it was bait to try and lure them out. But it could have been real. I mean, he doesn't know where Round Face is or the other chick and Mina herself. That does worry him. If Kirishima was captured, then what happened to her? Where is she in all of this? Him bringing his hand up and pulling the mask off of his face. And Bakugo, he has to think about a few more things. As the boat is to speed its way towards the Jaya Island. Now, currently Bakugo is a pull up. Him docking his boat into port and tying a few things off. I'm going to make sure that the boat can't be turned on by anyone else, since this thing is relatively new. And that does mean quite a lot. Bakugo can actually bend down and grab onto a bag of his. Him stepping off the island as if stepping off the pier and off his boat as a few people on the island do so turn and see him. Now, Bakugo, he has got a few odd looks. And some of the people here, they definitely are quite surprised. And Bakugo does hear a few whispers. And currently Bakugo, he headed to the bar. Him wanting to drink, actually on a turn, seeing that the bar window has been, well, shattered, so there's that. And Bakugo, he has to step inside. And the bartender, he does at least give Bakugo a bit of a warning. Or ask him a bit of a favor. He wants Bakugo to control his rowdy friend. And that caught Bakugo's attention. As Bakugo, he asked a question and was told the answer. Him currently going to walk over to the hotel that's on the island. Now, Bakugo has done quite a bit. Bakugo Katsuki, former bounty 100 million, current bounty 225 million. Now, Bakugo, he's definitely a very dangerous man. And he's quite intrigued to hear about somebody else who's here on the island. And that is quite a bit of things. As currently we cut to Deku's hotel room, where Deku, he does lay there thinking about a few things. A lot going through his mind. And currently there actually is Momo in another room. There's a lot of things happening. She tried to talk to Asui about possibly heading back to the hotel. But she's more comfortable out there on the boat. They've been staying here for some time, and that's certainly intriguing. They've been here for what, 3 days now? Though, it's certainly weird. She's tried to pick up on some secrets in the meanwhile, and she's seen something strange in her mirror. She wanted to ask a question, but she wasn't really too sure. I mean, she thought she saw something in one mirror before, and she tried to find it again, but she found another one that was still odd. And that does say quite a bit of things. Momo currently going to stand up and turn, walking into a mirror that she created. And her Momo does look around. Her going to yell out into the void about exactly what she's looking for. And currently there is her one mirror, does this don't start answering her question, expressing to her about exactly where the winged person is, since they're currently in a room. Now, Momo's start to run down the hallway, eventually finding the mirror with the person there. And the person, they're going about their day, their normal routine. They're getting ready and, well, they're about to head out somewhere. And it seems a bit odd. The person here, they have wings on their back, but she's never seen anybody like that before. Never seen anybody on the island who has wings. I mean, are they an angel or what exactly are they? It's so odd. And the room that they're in, it's a bit weird. Now, what does it bring her hands out? Her expressing about how she wants to know where this is, since it needs to be close by, right? Possibly one of the islands in the distance, miles and miles away. And that's where she's being told something quite strange. This island, it's not far away. It's not some sort of distance. Yes, it is far away, but not in the usual way. This island, it's right where she is. And that has confused Momo. Them expressing. The island seems to be above her. And Momo's confused, as currently she's to head back to her hotel room, wanting to bring this information to Deku. There are stories of a golden city that used to exist on Jaya, and that means a number of things. And it seems like those rumors may not be rumors. I mean, a civilization must have inhabited this city, right? So that means that there's something there. There was something here. There's this one guy, what was his name? He said that the island sank into the ocean. That's what the bartender said, the guy who lives here. And that's still odd. But if it didn't sink and there's no way to find it, then that means a number of things. And Momo was putting the pieces together. Her thinking about it herself. As currently there is, which is to hear a loud crash, heading back towards the mirror. And currently she see Deku in his room. Him staying there with his shirt off, as right now Deku, he does not going to bring his hands up. Right now the man going to actually rush forwards and throw down his own blade. Deku bring his hand up and armoring his hand up. Him going to actually catch the blade and he's going to turn, bring up his hand and blasting Bakugo away. And Bakugo's quite alarmed. Him being sent flying directly out of the room and smashing into the hallway, denting into the wall, and is going to sit there. As currently there is with Deku, he is actually bringing his hand up, grabbing onto the hilt of the blade and feeling a bit odd from this weapon. No way. This isn't a usual sword. Right now Bakugo gonna rush towards him. And Deku just won't stand there, turning back towards Bakugo and going to actually use Conqueror's Haki. And Bakugo, he actually doesn't freeze for a second. Him still somewhat moving forwards towards Deku. As Bakugo, he actually doesn't watch Deku step forwards himself, bringing up his hand and expressing to Bakugo, but putting his hand to his head. Bang. Is that what he wanted? Huh. You're back. Now, there's to release the technique. Bakugo stepping forwards and so taking a bit of a heavy breath. Him a bit out of wind, as Reno Deku does a look at Bakugo, bring up his blade, telling him, "It's been a while." Yeah, it certainly has been. So what are you doing here? I thought you were still on that island. Had to leave sometime, Bakugo. Right. Good to see you again. Good to see you too. So, where's Mina? Ochako, Toru, any of them? Don't know. Round Face was dropped off somewhere else. Jaya was where I was taken. I I don't really know what else happened to them. Right. Anyways, I got a bit of a job for you. Job for me. Really. You gonna hire me on? Not really hire you on, but I will teach you exactly that trick I learned. Trick? I blasted you backwards without even touching you. I thought your speed got better. No, Bakugo. That's a part of armament hockey. Really? Still got a lot left to learn. I actually had a teacher for a while. Interesting. Yeah, pretty damn interesting. That's one way to put it. Right now, Momo gonna walk out of a mirror. Her asking the two. If both of them are quite done, because she kind of don't want to interrupt, but she's pretty sure that she found something. Something really, really important. Bakugo gonna turn and see Momo halfway sticking out of a mirror. Right. What is it? You guys, I'm pretty sure I found. I don't even know how to describe it. There's rumors on this island of a city of gold, right? Oh God, don't tell me you believe like that type of shit. Yeah, people said it sank hundreds of years ago, but no one's ever found it. Bottom of the fucking ocean, probably. Why are you asking? I put together a bit of a theory, and it has to do with those water jets. You know, the ones that shoot up in the air, like pretty damn high. What? No, I'm being serious. Like, I found a mirror in here that doesn't make sense. A mirror that doesn't make sense. Explain. I found someone with wings on their back. I don't know how else to explain it. Huh. Right. Okay, Momo. That sounds a bit far-fetched. Uh, well, hmm. I mean, Hawks is a Lunarian. Were the wings black? No, no, they weren't. Trust me, I would have noticed. But their room looks super strange. Just, come on. We're not gonna bring our hand out. And currently, Deku, he actually doesn't look towards Momo. Him gonna someone take a few steps backwards and leaping into the mirror world. And Bakugo, he actually doesn't want to bring his hands up, throwing his legs onto the dresser. Him would actually throw himself inside, as one of the two, or three, are in the mirror world. And Bakugo just look around. Okay, so a city of gold. That was a little far-fetched. But this this place is. You know what? He's gonna go ahead and give her this one. This is insane. Where are we? Mirror world. Mirror what? Mirror world. I connect to a lot of mirrors. Anywhere I'm at. Some of these mirrors are thousands of miles away. You say that. You're. Fuck. Okay, so. Her going to open her mouth. And Bakugo's gonna watch mirrors open their mouths and talk about the current mirror she was looking at earlier. And they all just gonna run down the hallway, eventually finding the mirror Momo was talking about. Expressing about it. Look around. I mean, are there any other mirrors like this? The mirror is next to her, going to open its mouth, talking about it. There are many, actually. They don't know what this place is. Though, from what they can tell, many people call it by different names. And the people here, they call it by something strange. Though, it's above them. And that does mean quite a lot of things. And Deku, he knows how to put the pieces together himself. The island that was here before, the city didn't sink. It must have been shot up in the sky. But how... a sky island? How does that even work? The logic behind that. I mean, a city made of gold. Yeah, you know, if Ochako would be anywhere, it'd definitely be here. But maybe she's not here. I mean, that sounds far-fetched, right? Okay. Let's get the rest of the crew and check this out. You sure? Yeah. If this is a city made of gold, I want to see it. Also, we'll have to be careful, especially if we're apparently supposed to be floating. Although, if it's anything like Ennis Lobby, then we should be fine. Huh? Ennis Lobby? Yeah, Bakugo, it's where I went to before I went to prison. Just trust me on this. It's weird as shit. Okay. Well, I battled against fishmen and some other shit, so I'm gonna take your word for it. Honestly, I still get surprised by things. Is that weird? Not really, no. I mean, I'm still confused about a lot of things I see. Right. Anyways, if you two are done talking, you're not arguing. Why would we argue? Never mind. I just that's tripping me out a lot. Huh. We can get along, you know. Most of the time, Bakugo. Though aren't you still jealous of me? What's there to be jealous of? You know already what I'm talking about. Yeah, how about we spar next time we get somewhere? I'll show you how jealous I really am. Besides, I know already that I've gotten better too. Don't think that your training just doesn't involve yourself, jackass. There it is. Fuck you. You know, I can drop you into the void behind you. I don't know where it goes, but I'm curious to find out. How long will you scream? Momo? Deku's gonna bring his hand up, telling her, calm down. I'll be calm whenever he doesn't call me that. Besides, very few men can speak to me like that and live. Even fewer can walk away. Sure they can. Walk in a turn. And Momo's gonna step forwards, telling Bakugo, watch his step. You know, some friendly advice. Now, we do actually head back onto his ship, where currently Lillian does sleep on Deku's hammock. And currently she actually is in her cat form. However, right now in Momo's room, the door, the mirror, does go to actually start rippling like water. Her stepping through, and is trying to tell everyone about what's going on. And right now Deku, he does want to stand there in the mirror with Bakugo. Bakugo actually still going to turn and look around. So how you been? Hmm? I'm saying how you been, man. Pretty good. It's been a bit strange. Strange how? I'm not even going to start diving into that. Listen, it's been strange. I've had a teacher, I've sparred with Hancock and learned a lot, and I don't know. Starting from the beginning is odd. Though, all I really do know is that we should probably hurry up. Wherever this place might be, it's gotta be pretty, pretty insane, right? Hmm? What do you mean? I'm just saying, if it's anything like the stories we've heard, stories I've heard, it's gotta have some pretty rare shit. Probably. Though, how's your cougar problems? Handled. Sure they are. Sure they are. What about you? Hmm? Scar on your chest. Oh, this thing. Don't, don't worry about it. Learned a lesson. Sure you did. Now, the mirror is somewhat open. Momo, Osui, and Lillian walking through it. As currently there is the five. And they do head back to that mirror and walk through it itself. Find themselves in a room and a bit confused. The place is definitely a bit odd. And Deku, he feels strange being in this room, as currently he has to use observation hockey and try and focus on where they are. He can feel the things here, the different. Wow, this is insane. Hmm? What's going on, guys? I think we're actually in the sky now. As all that's happening, we do currently have someone who is going to pay attention. They've noticed 5 new people, and that certainly does interrupt their focus. As right now the man does this one set up, and he does have a lot going through his mind. Though, he definitely does have a lot going through it as well. The man standing up and wondering exactly who they might be, since they are coming onto his territory. And that does mean quite a lot of things. But one of the people he's sensing, trying to get a read on, they're quite powerful. And that does intrigue them. But they're wondering, can they find him? Can they see him? Can he see him? Now, with that being said, if you guys enjoyed, and have an amazing night, I'll catch you guys in the next part.